Saudi Arabia is no longer just a neighboring economy. It is becoming a direct competitor under Vision 2030, and the pressure is no longer abstract. It is expressed in hundreds of millions of dollars, in new districts, in policy, and in the quiet calculations of companies deciding where the future will be built. In a glass office overlooking Dubai, Nadim studied a message from a recruiter in Riyadh. It was short, but the offer was not. Higher pay, a larger housing package, a faster promotion track, and, most important, a seat in a city that had not yet finished becoming itself. He had spent years believing Dubai was the safest base for ambition. Now he was being told that the new center was forming elsewhere, and that being present might matter more than being comfortable. Across the corridor, Layla, a logistics consultant, had already made her decision. She had accepted a position connected to projects in Neom, where the rules of access were changing as quickly as the skyline. Multinational firms were being asked a simple question with serious consequences. If you want a place in the new economy, will you move with it? Some hesitated. Others moved first. The ones who moved early gained access to a domestic market of tens of millions, and that access pulled talent behind it like a tide. Dubai did not respond with silence. It responded with strain. In April 2024, a single day of rain exposed how fragile a city could be when its systems were built for one kind of future and tested by another. Then came the heat, not as a season but as a boundary. Summer temperatures rose above 122 degrees Fahrenheit, and the city changed shape. Outdoor life retreated. Movement narrowed. In the worst hours, even habit became effort. Engineers and planners spoke of wet bulb temperature, a measure that sounds technical until it becomes personal. At a certain point, heat and humidity combine to defeat the body's own cooling system. Sweating stops working. Heat accumulates. Survival becomes time-limited. Air conditioning is no longer comfort. It is infrastructure of the most basic kind, the difference between routine and risk. Nadim looked again at the offer on his screen and realized the competition was not only about towers, airports, and districts on a map. It was about policy, gravity, and the ability to hold people in place. One city was offering opportunity through expansion. The other was being reminded that resilience is also a form of power. By evening, he had made his choice, not because one place had won and the other had lost, but because the future had become a question of where presence mattered most. In that sense, the new competition had already changed the region. It was no longer about who was closest. It was about who was ready when the center finally shifted.